Hi, welcome Scorpio to Rays of Hope, Rainbow Light, Love and Healing Tarot. How are you? My name is Hope, and it's been a while. I work full time, and so doing this work requires a lot of energy and time. So I'm so happy to have that time with you today, and we will begin with a little bit of a definition of twin flames so that people understand exactly what it is. And I'm sure there are many different terminologies of it, but this one I feel is very strikes home really, really well. So twin flames are two beings bound by love from lifetime to lifetime. You are not one being split in two. You are individuals, but bound by a merging of your heart's frequency of harmony. The ultimate harmonics of human soul, connected and entangled. Once entangled, it can never be detangled, and it is eternal through lifetimes. You do not always find each other, but you know the other is out there somewhere. So if you've experienced your twin flame, you understand the dynamics of it. You reflect upon each other, you're catalysts for each other. And if a lot of your past karma or issues or anything that has not been brought to light, there will be conflict. You both are going through the same process. So it's best that before you meet your twin flame, that you clear all this past historical karma and issues, anything. The most important thing is self-love. So when you do your self-love and healing, then you magnetize your twin flame. And also they're soulmates, which are kindred souls, and they're loving couples who come in many different lifetimes together, many different times as different partners. And they come here to learn, to heal, and know that when we are healing ourselves, even if we're by ourselves, loving ourselves, or with other, we are healing the planet. So that's a very important piece to understand as well. And so we are mirrors alike, made from the same stardust as neighboring stars, never touching, yet feeling we are about to collide. So anyway, let's go on with your reading for today, Scorpio. I hope you've been well. And let's see what's going on. So I'm going to throw out some oracles here, and let's see what's going on for Scorpio. So we have children. That's interesting. I love that. This card never comes up. Children are affecting your connection in maybe two different ways or more than one way, especially. But there might be children in your life or your partner's life. And there may be some situations where the children become an issue on consummating the relationship. There might be a lot of unsettled issues in the relationships of others before you are with this new relationship. So let's see what else is going on with the next oracle here that will give us a little bit more information besides the children affecting your connection. Let's see, Scorpio. And we have its time. So with its time, this is very divine, when it's time, it's about divine intervention, no more running in this situation. So if your relationship has your personal relationship, you have children and they have children, well, it's time to finally figure out what is important here. How to balance both families, how to balance both you and your partner so that you can have a fulfilling lifetime. You can have a fulfilling relationship, at least in the moment. It's here. So it's time. And it looks like divine intervention is here as well, because when children are involved, it's very, very important, that you both are balanced and well loved with each other, especially with oneself. And so children are a very, very important part of life because they need to see positive relationships in a marriage or a partnership. They need to see the balance of masculine and feminine. So it's important that children see healthy relationships. So this is a very important part of your time right now in your relationship, is to the balance of feminine and masculine energies. So let's keep going here and see what the tarot is going to come up with here for you, Scorpio. It looks like you might even be thinking of moving in together. I feel that the children, it's hard. They go to different schools, you live in different neighborhoods, you have different dwellings. It's a lot to think about here. It's a lot to think about because the children are the most important thing here right now. They have to have a balanced household. And, it can be chaotic when you have to move and resettle. And so it's a lot going on, I think, right now in your relationship. But it's divine timing. There's divine intervention here. So I feel that you have a lot to be supported by. So we have the Hangman here. Yeah, so it's time, but yet take your time. That's what I feel the Hangman is here about, being still right now. Really think and plan very carefully so that this all will manage itself. And it's time to, there's a sacrifice for love. So sometimes you can't have everything perfect the way you want it in a relationship when you have children. There's sacrifices to be made always. But look at new perspectives and think about everything that's going on right now. Take your time. It's time, but take your time, okay? Let's see what else. Then we have the Nine of Swords. Well, of course, there's worry here about everything, but don't let it get the best of you. Look at what you have instead of what you don't have, Many of us, including myself, sometimes I think about what I don't have, but really I should be grateful for everything that I have, and I am. I really have learned that a lot in the past few years. So don't worry so much over the situation. Think about what you do have and that things will work out. Just take your time, okay? Just take your time, Scorpio. Children are here, and it's funny how both the cherub here is the same childlike image as the child that is the connection in your connection. It's really funny work out. All right, so let's see, what else can we see here for you, Scorpio, in this relationship? Oh, we have the Page of Swords. So there's definitely some, intellectual conversation about everything. I think that, there might be other people that are kind of trying to help you in a way, but, just make sure you listen to positive, advice. And, don't let other people's feelings about their own worry about your situation make a heavy decision for you. Sometimes people, when they think or hear about a friend's situation, they may take it so personal that they can't be a good person to talk to because they're processing your emotions, and they need to be more in a very centered boundary to be able to give you that really support and good advice, good wisdom, love wisdom. Anyways, let's keep going, Scorpio. So we have the Two of Swords, indecisions here. So there's a lot to think about, yes. A lot of sacrifices to be made. There's a lot of choices. There's indecision. There's a lot of worry here. And so perhaps the time right now is maybe to just stay in a balanced place. Maybe it's not time to move in with each other. Maybe it's not time to try to gather up this whole piece to have a future life with each other when you're already having a life. You're already having a relationship. So keep it simple right now until there's more information that can help you, create more of a close, maybe household and partnership. But when children are involved, you have to really think about them first. It's a big sacrifice, that you have to make. Let's see what else is going on here. So we have the Hierophant. Yeah, I would seek spiritual. There's definitely some spiritual lesson here, perhaps spiritual guidance, advice. It's something to think about that, because 5, when there's a conflict, there's definitely conflict here of the heart. And this is in the heart of the reading right now, the Hierophant. And perhaps you should seek some advice from a spiritual counselor or a marriage counselor or someone that can help you understand and plan some more balance in this relationship, that especially where there's children involved. Let's keep going. And again, this relationship, I mean, this reading may not be for everyone, but it could be for definitely, there's definitely someone here that is definitely has this going on in their life. And then we have the Six of Pentacles. So between you and your partner, I feel there's definitely, you know, a very generous and fairness, you know, because you both have a lot on your plates. I feel that there's definitely a good balance of giving and receiving. It forms a balanced relationship, which is good. So I think that you should be grateful for what you have, and the whole picture will come together in divine timing, okay? But no more running, just take your time. Divine intervention is here. Take your time in planning and understanding what the future is with children. And then we have the Chariot. Yeah, so there's going to be victories here, you know, definitely victories. Just take your time, you know, be careful with the Chariot energy, you know, it's forging ahead. And sometimes it just forges ahead with freedom, you know, it's in the unknown, you know, and sometimes a lot of us don't like the unknown, you know, we have to know what's going to happen. But unfortunately, in order for the future to happen, we have to be in the moment. So we can't always know what's in the unknown, because we have to be in the moment, because the moment creates your future. Okay, so let's keep going on here. We're almost there, I think, Scorpio. It will be victorious. You have a balanced relationship here. You know, you both understand the sacrifices that have to be made. And then the Three of Swords here is, you know, there's definitely some mental anguish. You know, the swords are about mental anguish. It's about the mind, it's air quality, it's all about the mind. So with the Three of Swords here, yes, there is a lot on your mind. There's a lot of worry. There is a lot of anguish. And perhaps, you know, you're not sure about everything, but it's over the Hierophant, and I think that you should definitely seek some type of support or advice about the situation that might help you relieve some of the stress that you're feeling, that it's okay. You know, things will work out. You're not going to lose this person. I don't feel that at all. I don't feel this person is someone that's going to leave because of children. And then we have the Eight of Pentacles. So it's worth the effort. It's worth the wait and putting in the work to make this happen, to make it become gelled and become, you know, very balanced and happy and fullness. You know, everyone's going to have their happiness part in this relationship. So let's look at some scarlet message here. If there's anything that we should be alert to as well, or it could be anything. It could be a general message as well, but we don't know. We'll see what the cards say when they come out. It's just one card that I'm going to pull for the scarlet energy. And let's see what we have here. Skepticism. Well, give it time to trust this connection and to trust what's going on. Give it time, Scorpio. It's all here. Sacrificing for love, you know, with the Hangman, and taking the time to look at everything, new perspectives. Yes, it's going to be a little skeptic. You are going to be skeptical about things that are going on, but give it time. Give it time to trust, for you to trust the situation and what's going on. All right. So let's pull out some angel number for you, and then I will pull out the Whispers of Love Oracle to give you that one last message for this reading. All right. So just trust and know that love requires sacrifices. All right. So let's see. One more shuffle. And then let's pull a card for you, Scorpio. What is the angel number for you today? 707. Now, sevens are about good luck. And that's exactly what it says. Good luck, prosperity, abundance, spiritual awakening, divine intervention. This message is most likely to reach you during intense uncertainty. You'll come out winning from everything that may come your way. It's also a sign that you have much life experience and wisdom to share, yet you'll need enthusiasm and effort to get this message to others. Wow, Scorpio. So you are being guided here. It's divine intervention. And this is really amazing because this is a very general card deck that I love to use because sometimes it blends so well with the reading. And yeah, so be happy about, what this definite guidance that you have here, and know that it takes patience and time and everything in its time, even though there's some intense uncertainty. But let's see what the last card here for you, going a message for the Whispers of Love for Scorpio. What do the angels of love, want to give you a note about? The only thing that is real is love. Shift your focus back to love, right? So get out of that negative vibe, Scorpio. Don't worry. Just shift your heart into love and know that, be grateful for everything that you have. Look, it's beautiful. It's a tree of life here. Just be grateful for what you have and let go of every worry, and one thing at a time. Don't get ahead of yourself. Stay in the moment, all right? Because that's what creates the future. So be happy in the moment, so your future moments will be much even happier, okay? So I hope you enjoyed your reading, Scorpio. Hope to see you again, and take care. Bye-bye.